Hello, today we're going to look at another component in the Composite Application Component Library that manifests itself as a menu pick. In this case, under the File menu, we have the Export Document to Symphony. This feature allows us to take the selected document in our view and export it as a Symphony file. We do this by mapping the fields in the document to fields in the Symphony file. The first step in doing this is to create a Symphony file to be used as a template for creating, for mapping from our document. In this case, I'm actually going to create it from one of the standard templates that you can download from the Symphony website. I'm going to pick the invoice template. Now, the way we specify an insertion point to add our information in from the document is using this sort of syntax, which we can put into any sort of textual areas. $brown brackets, company name. The name is completely arbitrary. I'm going to say contact name. And for the recipient's address, I'm going to put in apologies for being American-centric here. And we can save that file off to be used in a moment. To kick the process off, we start by selecting a document. This is a document in the standard names and address mail base, and now we invoke the menu item, Export Document to Symphony. That brings up this wizard, which allows us to fill in the information for doing the export. First, we give it the name of the template that we just created, or any template we have stored, as the basis of the Symphony document that we're going to create. Then we have the option of giving it a file to save it to. If we don't fill this in, though, it will make up a temporary file which we can load, look at. If we decide we like it, we can save it to somewhere else. Then you have this big area here where you can map fields in your form to fields that it's found in the Symphony template. There's an auto map feature where we'll try to find things of the same name. We happen to use company name in our Symphony template, and there's a company name field in the document. It automatically maps those. For the rest, you have to pick a field from the form, office street address in this case, pick a field in the document, and tell it to map between the two. And once you've done that, it will remember this the next time you go in there and use the same template with the same form. It will reinitialize it with all the values you picked last time. Saves you a bit of time. Once we accept this, it goes off and creates a document. And the document is now loaded into our environment. We can save it to somewhere else. We can do any further editing and fill additional things in. Or we can print it as is, attach it to anything we like. So this is a handy way to do automated document generation of any sort of rich type based on, because this works with presentations and spreadsheets as well, based on any sort of forms or documents you may have in a notes database. As with all our components, the source code for this is included, so if you'd wanted to do a much more automated form of this, you have a starting point.